When the Turkish president had dinner with Donald Trump back in May, they had plenty to chew over. And for Turkey, it looked like better days were ahead.
We support Turkey in the first fight against terror and terror groups like ISIS and the PKK, and ensure they have no safe quarter, the terror groups.
But 8 months later, the war in Syria is still causing problems. The U.S. is still supporting the YPG and its dominant role in the Syrian Democratic Forces. The YPG is the Syrian branch of the PKK, a terrorist organization operating within Turkey's own borders. And despite repeated requests for his extradition, the U.S. still hasn't handed over Fethullah Gulen, a businessman and cleric in self-imposed exile in Pennsylvania. He's accused of leading a terrorist group known as FETÖ, who's been blamed for planning the failed coup in 2016. Last week, Ankara was still unhappy at the situation.
One of the most problematic topics with the U.S. is the extradition process of FETÖ and the U.S. arming of the YPG in Syria. These are the major issues poisoning our relations. If the U.S. doesn't correct its mistakes, relations may get worse.
There have been other problems. Turkey has been leading the campaign against the U.S. decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. They fell out for 2 months and withdrew each other's visa services over the arrest of a U.S. consulate worker with suspected links to FETÖ, and a trial in the U.S. that convicted a Turkish banker of helping Iran evade U.S. sanctions has been condemned in Ankara for using evidence fabricated by FETÖ. But Turkish officials don't see relations at a crisis point.
Relations between the U.S. and Turkey are not breaking. Not now, nor in Obama's time. It's just Turkey declaring its interests loudly. This is a characteristic of the Erdogan period. One of the main policies of our president is to declare our interests out loud, not only to the U.S., but to all the world. This is a new era between Turkey and the U.S., based on equality and mutual benefit.
Turkey and the U.S. certainly still have much in common. They're military allies in NATO and work together to fight Daesh. But there are still many potential flashpoints which could get out of control. Alican, Ayanlar, TRT World.